Andrew writes in, he says, hey, Zach, where do you think Tom Brady should go? Dallas? Chicago? Where should he go? So number one, I want to say, I really strongly believe Tom Brady needs to leave the New England Patriots. Like, has to, for multiple reasons. First of all, they're not a great football team. Tom Brady has a better chance to win another Super Bowl if he's on a different roster next season. But also staying in New England, if he stays in New England with the Patriots, with Bill Belichick, he actually hurts his legacy. That's a weird thing to say. A lot of people are like, what? They're up in arms. They're furious at me. And I know that's an odd, controversial thing to say. But think about this. In the next, he's got what? A year or two left. And the last 2 years of Tom Brady's career, he's got an opportunity to leave a lasting impression on his career. He's always going to be remembered as a guy who won 6 Super Bowls, did phenomenal stuff, did it in New England, though, with Bill Belichick. If he stays in New England, he will be remembered as the guy who, in the end, was afraid to leave Bill Belichick. He was afraid to try to succeed without his head coach. Look, nothing wrong with that, I guess. But man, what if Tom Brady goes somewhere else? If he stays, his legacy will be of course, probably greatest quarterback of all time, won 6 Super Bowls, but he was afraid to win and try to succeed without his coach. People will say Brady needed Belichick. He was scared to leave in the end. It feels like the end. If he doesn't leave New England now, people are going to remember this inflection point where he decided to stay rather than pursue a better opportunity with a different football team. Tom Brady needs to leave New England. And here's the deeper issue. I really believe Tom Brady has about 2 years left. Maybe it's more than 2. It's at least 2. Who knows after that? But Tom Brady has to ask himself, what do I want to get out of these next 2 years? He's got a lot of options. There's a rumor out there that the Raiders would be willing to give him a 2-year, $60 million contract. That's $30 million a year. And my first reaction when I heard the Raiders are interested. I went, nah, who cares? The Raiders would only be doing that to get attention. They're moving to a new city. They have a new stadium. They're just trying to sell tickets in their new city. That's what I thought at first. That was my gut reaction. And then I sat on it and I thought about it for a while. And I thought about the Raiders head coach, Jon Gruden. And I thought, what does Jon Gruden want in a quarterback? Number one above all else, Jon Gruden wants a quarterback who can execute and execute to perfection, do a great job running his offense. A guy who makes great decisions, who puts the ball in the right spot consistently, more often than not, probably every single time. That's how Tom Brady plays. He makes like one mistake an entire football game. It's rather impressive. I mean, yeah, look, Jon Gruden would love to have a really talented quarterback like Patrick Mahomes. Of course, who wouldn't want to have Patrick Mahomes? But the number one thing Jon Gruden values is a guy who executes. And here's the honest truth. When you watch the Raiders in the last couple of years, their quarterback, Derek Carr, doesn't do that. Derek Carr, the current Raiders quarterback, makes a lot of mistakes. I am telling you, Jon Gruden wants Tom Brady. The coach wants that quarterback. He wants the guy who does it the right way. And if you think about it, they are a great fit together. It's a deadly combination. They would collaborate really, really well together. Jon Gruden is uniquely equipped to understand Tom Brady better than any other head coach in the NFL. You got to realize, look at the past. Look at who Jon Gruden has been in the last 10, 15 years. Jon Gruden has been the man. He was ESPN's top dog for a while doing Monday Night Football. He's been a broadcaster. He's a brand. He does commercials. He films stuff. He's got social media. He understands the world and how to be part of a brand. Tom Brady, let's be clear, is an influence. He's more than just a football player. He's an influencer. He's a guy whose brand is important. It matters. The TB12 diet, the shirts, the hats, the mantra, who he is, his legacy, all that stuff matters. And Jon Gruden understands that better than any other head coach could. And man, Jon Gruden and the Raiders, they would work hard. The Raiders would work hard to give Tom Brady really good receivers. And if they weren't able to get Tom Brady help, they would feel bad. Genuinely, they would feel bad. What has Bill Belichick failed to do in the last couple of years with Tom Brady? He's failed to give him really good offensive talent around him. The Raiders view Tom Brady as an abused dog or a mistreated girlfriend. They go, man, you've been badly treated, but we can give you what you deserve. Tom Brady has options too. Tom Brady, he could stay in New England if he does that. I don't think anybody will respect Tom Brady if he stays in New England. Like, of course, there's a basic level of respect Tom Brady gets simply for being Tom Brady. But if Tom Brady stays in New England, his mission will feel empty. It's like, you really want to win a Super Bowl? Because if you really wanted to win a Super Bowl, I think you would have left. I think you would have gone somewhere else. And Tom Brady could go to a team like the Indianapolis Colts or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They have good players, and he could go there and chase a Super Bowl. But here's the final, most interesting option to me. The other option. Tom Brady could choose people. He could choose an organization. He could say, hey, I look around the NFL. Who do I want to work for? Who do I want to work with? Tom Brady has to ask himself, what do I want out of these next 2 years of my career? Maybe the final 2 years of my career. Number one, he wants a Super Bowl, of course. He wants to win a championship. Again, another one. But then what? After a Super Bowl, what else do you want out of the experience? You want a fulfilling experience. You want to work with people that you like, that you get along with, that have the same mission and vision as you, and do it the same way you do. Here's the question Tom Brady needs to ask himself. If he doesn't win a Super Bowl, where does he want to be? I'm telling you, if he goes to Tampa Bay or he goes to the Indianapolis Colts, chasing a Super Bowl, and then he fails, that would be devastating. It would feel like a waste. I went to Tampa Bay, Florida to play for the Buccaneers, and I still didn't get what I wanted, and I didn't even, it would just be so devastating, I believe, for Tom Brady. But what if he went to the Raiders? If Tom Brady went to the Raiders but didn't win the Super Bowl, he would still get the opportunity to work with Jon Gruden, the Raiders head coach. He might say, hey, this is my last run, and I don't want to miss out on this opportunity to work with Jon Gruden, to work with this guy who understands me, who wants to help me, who wants to give me the things I need. Finally, somebody who understands these are my needs. I need this as a quarterback. I need help. I need people around me. And I need a coach who's willing to make that happen. And a general manager, Mike Mayock, who would go after that and really strongly pursue people who would help make Tom Brady a successful quarterback. Think about this, man. If I don't get my main goal of winning a Super Bowl, where will I be satisfied? I think Tom Brady would be satisfied in Las Vegas. Again, if Tom Brady doesn't win a Super Bowl, if he goes to Indianapolis or he goes to Tampa Bay and somehow doesn't win a Super Bowl, I really believe he would retire with regret. He'd walk away from that regretting, oh man. Yeah, Jon Gruden and I really hit it off. I really got along with that coach. And I'm sad I never got the experience. I never got to play for Gruden. Think about it. Tom Brady in Vegas, in the silver and black. Tom Brady would love to open a stadium. He would love it. That whole experience, be the face of Las Vegas. If Tom Brady stays with the Patriots, it feels like he's settling. It's like, Tom, it seems like you could do better. You could find better people to work with and a better roster. You're not getting either in New England. In Indianapolis, in Tampa Bay, you're getting a great roster. And in Las Vegas, Nevada, with the Raiders, you're getting great people to work with. The head coach who gets you. And you might just be surprised at how hard the Raiders would work to build a championship team around Tom Brady. They got a great running back. They got an interesting offensive line that's getting better. They got some really good young defensive players. I really believe, man, I'm telling you. Maybe it's the Colts, maybe it's the Buccaneers. But I believe Tom Brady might surprise everybody and choose to work with Jon Gruden in Vegas. The more I think about it, the more I love it. And man, I really hope it happens.